Homework. Wow. I sniffed. Wow. And I sniffy sniffed. Whoa, sniff. Yeah, sniffy. Sniff. Hold on a second. Oh, this is the player score. I'm done. Hi, sniffy. Society. Wow. Values. Oh, wait. I really should. Determined stuff. I should have determined stuff. Hi, sniffy. Schwarz's value circumplex. Wow. Ooh. There are 10 categories of values: universalism, benevolence, tradition, conformity, security, power, achievement, hedonism, stimulation, self-direction. Conformity includes the values of politeness, honoring parents, self-discipline, and obedience. Why do you have conformity and tradition in the same slice? Yeah, it makes sense, but why does hedonism have a dotted line through it? And there's like a few different overarching things: openness to change, self-transcendence, conservation, self-enhancement. Self-enhancement, achievement, power, hedonism. Hedonism is shared with openness to change, apparently. That's why it's dotted line. Like, hedonism is in both of these categories or something. Wait, no, it's through the middle of hedonism, you idiot. Okay. Wait. Values and individual behavior. That was funny. That was funny. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Ooh, wow. Funny. Oh, yeah, why? That was funny. Wow, Sniffy sniffed. Ethics refers to the study of moral principles or values. Wow, wow, wow. 4 ethical principles. Utilitarianism, individual rights, distributive justice, and the ethic of care. Ooh. Utilitarianism. Greatest good for greatest number of people. Distributive justice. Ethic of care. Moral intensity, moral sensitivity, moral situational. Moral intensity. Moral intensity is the degree to which an issue demands the application of ethical principles. Moral sensitivity, characteristic of the person, his or her ability to detect a moral dilemma and estimate its relative importance. Mindfulness refers to a person's receptive and impartial attention to an awareness of the present situation, as well as to one's own thoughts and emotions in that moment. Receptive in a person's mindfulness, a receptive and impartial attention to an awareness of the present situation. As well as to one's own thoughts and emotions in that moment. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was funny. Support. Oh, this just goes forever. Oh, you sniffed. Hi, Sniffy. You sniffied. I just sniffied. Dude, we're still not even close to done. Are you kidding me? Not even close to done with this chapter. I should have just looked to see how much longer I have to go with the chapter. Dude, I thought I was almost done with the chapter. Like, I thought basically halfway through this page would be done with the chapter. Are you kidding me? I'm on page 65. Okay, wait. So I have to read 4 more pages. In this chapter, and then we have 5 more chapters to get through. Are you kidding? No, 6 more. Or no, 5. I can't count. Funny. Nice defeat. I just sniffied. Individualism is the extent to which we value interdependence and impersonal uniqueness. Collectivism is the extent to which we value our duty to groups to which we belong and to group harmony. while using the feet. Okay. Individualism is a cross-cultural value. Use the feet. Describing the degree to which people in a culture emphasize independence and personal uniqueness. Collectivism. I just sniffed. Collectivism is a cross-cultural value describing the degree to which people in a culture emphasize duty to groups to which they belong and to group harmony. However, since a cross-cultural value describing the degree to which people in a culture accept unequal distribution of power in a society. Achievement nurturing orientation. Emphasize competitive versus cooperative relations with other people. I just sniffed. define personality, and discuss how the Big Five personality factors relate to workplace behavior and performance. That was funny. Well, boy. Personality refers to the relatively enduring pattern of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that characterize a person, along with the psychological processes behind those characteristics. Personality is formed through heredity, nature, as well as socialization, nurture. I just sniffed. The Big Five personality factors include conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness to experience, and extroversion. Conscientiousness and extroversion are the best overall indicators of job performance in most job groups. Extroversion and openness to experience are the best predictors of adaptive and proactive performance. Emotional stability. Low neuroticism is also associated with better adaptivity. Conscientiousness and agreeableness are the two best personality predictors of organizational citizenship, and negatively counterproductive predictive and counterproductive work behaviors. 4 issues to consider about 5 is that people with higher personality levels aren't necessarily the best performers. Specific personality traits are sometimes better predictors of behavior than our broader Big Five factors. Personality changes to some extent over a person's lifetime. The 5-factor model doesn't cover all of the individual's personality. Describe the dark triad of personality and the MBTI types, and discuss their implications for organizational behavior. Well, the dark triad is a cluster of 3 socially undesirable personality traits: Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. They have a common core of low humility, honesty, or a tendency to malevolently undermine others to maximize one's own gains. Machiavellianism refers to people who demonstrate a strong motivation to achieve their own goals at the expense of others, who believe that deceit is a natural and acceptable way to achieve their goals. You sniffied. Who take pleasure in outwitting and misleading others using crude influence tactics, and who have a cynical disregard for morality. Narcissism is a personality trait of people with a grandiose, obsessive belief in their superiority and entitlement, a propensity to aggressively engage in attention-seeking behaviors, and intensive envy of others, and tendency to exhibit arrogance, callousness, and exploitation of others for personal aggrandizement. Psychopathy refers to people who ruthlessly dominate and manipulate others without empathy or any feelings of remorse or anxiety. Use superficial charm, yet are social. You sniffed. Predators who engaged in antisocial, impulsive, and often fraudulent, thrill-seeking behavior. People with the dark triad personality engage in more organizational politics, white-collar crime, workplace aggression, and to some degree counterproductive work behaviors and poor team behavior. They also make riskier decisions. Resulting in poor investment returns, however, that is also associated with manipulative political skill that can lead to higher performance reviews, more essential positions, employee networks, and better pay. Sniffy. Based on Jungian personality theory, the Myers-Briggs type indicator identifies competing orientations for getting energy, perceiving information, processing information, and making decisions, and orienting to the external world judging versus perceiving. Improve self-awareness for career development. And mutual understanding, but is more popular than valid. Well, summarize Schwartz's model of individual values and discuss the conditions where values influence behavior. Values are stable, evaluative beliefs that guide our preferences for outcomes or courses of action in a variety of situations. He sniffed. Compared to personality traits, values are evaluative rather than descriptive, more likely to conflict, and formed more from socialization than heredity. Schwartz's model organizes 57 values into a circumplex of 10 dimensions along two bipolar dimensions: openness to change to conservation, and self-enhancement to self-transcendence. You sniffied. Values influence behavior in 3 ways. Shaping the attractiveness of choices, framing perceptions of reality, and aligning behavior with self-concept and self-presentation. However, the effect of values on behavior also depends on whether the situation supports or prevents that behavior and how actively we think about them and understand the relevance to the situation. Well, values congruence refers to how similar a person's values hierarchies to the values hierarchy of another source. Describe 4 ethical principles and discuss 3 factors that influence ethical behavior. Ethics refers to the study of moral principles or values that determine whether actions are right or wrong and outcomes are good or bad. 4 ethical principles are utilitarianism, greatest good for the greatest number, individual rights, upholding natural rights, distributed justice, same or proportional benefits and burdens, and ethic of care, the moral obligation to help others. Ethical behavior is influenced by the degree to which ethical behavior is influenced by the degree to which an issue demands the application of ethical principles. Moral intensity, the individual's ability to recognize the presence and relative importance of ethical issue. Moral sensitivity and situational forces. Ethical conduct at work is supported by codes of ethical conduct mechanisms for communicating ethical violations, the organization's culture, and the leader's behavior. Describe 5 values commonly studied across cultures. Individualism, valuing independence and personal uniqueness. Collectivism, valuing duty to a group and group harmony. Power distance, valuing unequal distribution of power. Uncertainty avoidance, tolerating or feeling threatened by ambiguity and uncertainty. And achievement, nurturing orientation, valuing competition versus cooperation. Oh no, chapter 3. Self-concept is a self-concept. Self-concept refers Self-concept refers to an individual's beliefs, self-beliefs, and self-evaluations. Wow, that was fun. Is the who am I? How do I feel about myself? We view ourselves in terms of our personal traits, individual self, connections to friends and co-workers, relational self, and roles in teams, organizations, social groups, and other entities. Collective self. How many pages do I? Wow. You sniffy. Page 107 is the last page. Man, oh, come on. This is so long. This chapter is so long. No. This is such a long chapter. Come on. Complexity, consistency, and clarity. Complexity refers to the number of distinct and important roles or identities that people perceive about themselves. Everyone has some degree of complexity because they see themselves in different roles at various times. Student, friend, daughter, sports fan, etc. People are generally motivated to increase their complexity, called self-expansion, as they seek out new opportunities and seek local and social connections. Self-concept. Complexity. I just sniffied. Wow. I need to check your phone. Well, wonder how long I have to watch Cassidy for. Dad, in the dad's text message, he said it was just the weekend. Well, it said help watch Cassidy next weekend, which implies it's gonna be over either today or tomorrow. But anyways. Ah, great. Oi, Sniffy. Just Sniffy. Whoa. Yeah, Sniffy. Oh, I sniffied. Oh. Whoa. Anyways, bye.